So there was a viewer who asked me, how many dips we get during the bull market cycle. And my answer was many. We do get a lot of dips. Dips are programmed. And the thing is the price you pay for extreme gains is extreme volatility. You get big drops in price time and time again. And many people don't realize this, but even during the early part of the last bull market cycle, ADA actually had 8 dips of 20+% just by the time we hit September alone. Now, why I'm referencing September is very important, and I want to show you guys what I mean. But you guys can see that of individual drops, recoveries following that, individual drops, you guys can see that there's 8 specific ones that have been 37%, 65%, 21%, 23, 20, 34, 32, 24. So even though right now we're going through another drop, we've experienced obviously a significant sell-off over the past few days, it's really nothing out of the ordinary. Now, here's where things get really interesting. The reason why I say ADA continues to do what it's done cycles before is we're following actually a very similar movement to what we experienced back in 2020. You guys can see that during that early, that early part of the bull market cycle, I'm trying to kick this congestion, guys. I'm hoping it's almost gone. But during this early part of the bull market cycle, you guys can see that we went on a nice run following the COVID crash. We made this nice surge to the upside. And then we started correcting basically in late July. We went on this consolidation phase basically into the late part of September, kind of a similar movement to what we're experiencing right now. And what's interesting about that is we're actually testing our pre-year of the halving highs. All right. We're basically testing this little break extension that we had back in 2019. Now, if you fast forward to now, you guys can see that we're doing the exact same thing now here in 2024. This is our pre-year of the halving extension, our pre-year of the pre-year of the halving highs. And we've actually come down and we retested it. Basically, if we were charting out the exact same thing here, this would be where our opportunity box is. This is basically our setup extension for our next surge. So this is why I say that ADA is likely to be a better late market performer, because it's doing the exact same thing. It is doing the exact same thing, the exact same setup that we have experienced many times before. All right. Now, obviously, this is not a guarantee. This is not financial advice, but I want to remind people what happened following here. This massive surge to the upside where ADA gained a lot of ground in a very short period of time. And what it had to do with was a lot of new users, a lot of new capital coming into the space. And guess what? ADA is one of those coins that gets massive adoption when those things are in fact taking off. And now here we're setting up for this next extension in terms of ADA. Now there's no telling, whether it's going to take place here in August. I had thought basically late July, early part of August, basically up until I believe August 14th was the date that we're going to make this extension. With yesterday's report and now us having to take some time to digest this news, right? It may take just a little bit longer. I'm sure that's probably what people hate to hear. I'm still very much on the bullish side of things. I don't think we're going back to, 24 cent or cycle lows or anything like that. I don't think this is like 2020, right? When we went through the massive COVID crash where we set a new cycle low, we're past those times. There is too much optics on the crypto market. Institutional money's entering the space. We're talking about government and enterprise adoption. There is too much going on right now with crypto for these dips not to get eaten up. All right. That's what people really need to understand. Now, as always, we could be 100% wrong. Maybe we get just a complete snowball of bad events. Like, obviously we had 2 over the last few days here, but imagine that just happening every single day, more stuff from the SEC, something like that, right? That could lead us towards even further drops. Is there a lot of unknowns right now? No. The market reacted very heavily to yesterday's data, and there's frankly not enough to really say, oh yeah, we're 100%, going into a recession. And I don't want to keep talking about the recession, but it's obviously relevant information right now that people need to pay attention to. So that's basically my point. Right now, ADA, same thing it's always done, following the same trend it's always done. And if there's one thing that we know, it's that crypto tends to mimic itself. It's not always exactly the same, but man, do the trends stay close. So I appreciate you guys as always. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts below, but have a great day. I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.